What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt some connections despite our differences. And I want to adopt some connections, similar, hopefully, connections with y'all regarding Love Island. We are on episode 85. And, yeah, you know, I've been watching. I watch every freaking night. And every freaking night I am turned on, entertained, you know, gasping for air, shocked, yelling at my screen. This is a very good hamster and the wheel type of show, like mouse in the maze chasing the cheese kind of show. Very experimental. It's on the same wavelength as a Big Brother because we literally get to see these people at their worst, at their best, and everything else in between. It's just, I really wish we got to see them 24/7 like they do on freaking Big Brother, because I feel like we're missing so much of the meat, and all that we have is like the bread and like the lettuce and maybe a little mayonnaise. We're missing the meat. I feel like we are. And I feel like the way that they edit the show, it's just not giving us enough of what we need to see. All right. So I'm going to talk about this latest episode where they got Mel and had to be real with each other. Okay, let's get started. So I want to start this off by saying the producers love Nick and the producers love Olandria. For whatever reason, they're team them, right? Because these people were sent home, but the producers did not let them go home. Okay, so let's be clear on that. It's kind of like how RuPaul decides that two people are going to win, or two people get to stay, or no one goes home. If the producers like somebody, they're not necessarily going home just yet, right? So let's start off with that. Nick decides to pull Huda for a chat, although, you know, Nick has wanted Huda gone twice now. He tried to vote her out. She's still there. You know, for whatever reason, she was saved by America. Okay, and Jeremiah got the boot. Okay, whatever. So Huda has been trying to find a connection and foster a connection with Chris. Okay, the girls feel some sort of way about that. These broads are very interesting. Like everybody in here is in it for themselves, but then once something goes against them, they like have a whole problem. Anyways, so Nick is like, oh, I think you should speak to Shelly. You did go a little bit far, but I think if y'all had a conversation, it would be cool. Amaya's not really feeling Zach. I don't know why she thought Zach with a K was really feeling her. It's like, it's interesting that these people can't read between the lines as well as we can, and we're not even seeing the whole story. Like, I feel like if these people are seeing the whole story, they're getting the meat, and we're being left with the bread, the lettuce, and the mayo. But we can see that Taylor and Olandria is not going to work. We can see that Amaya and Zach with a K is not going to work. We can see that Amaya and Austin are not going to work. I thought they were in the very beginning because he was very like pro Amaya, but then he was like against Amaya, but then they got together anyway, and then he was talking about Amaya behind our back. Like, what? There's so many relationships that just don't seem like it's going to work. And I'm so confused with why these people don't see that and they're on the show. Iris takes TJ to Soul Ties and they have like a moment. I don't know when like this became like a thing, but it's a thing. Iris and TJ, like, even though TJ didn't pick none of the Bombshell or Casa girls, it's like when did this like become a thing? But it's a thing. It's a thing. Iris and TJ, they look good together. Sierra and Nick look good together. I, you know, from what we're seeing, they balance each other out. Even though at one point Nick was like, oh, explore. But then Elon came in the picture and now he wants to be closed off. Crazy work. And then talks to Zach, but according to the edit, Amaya doesn't want Zach to finish speaking. She's cutting him off at every turn. And she's expressing herself like, you know, I think you didn't speak to me all day. And Zach is like, well, why didn't you speak to me? We both have two legs. You could have walked up to me. And she was like, well, no, I kind of don't want to keep watering a plant if the plant is going to dry. Whatever the hell she said. And I'm like, Amaya, no one likes Amaya. And, you know, I could be, you know, concerned about her feelings all day long, but no one likes her. Just like no one likes Huda except for Chris. But no one likes Amaya, so I feel like Amaya should have been the one gone. No shade. It shouldn't have been Hannah. Like, what are we talking about here? Austin and Amaya should have been the ones to leave. Let's be clear. I'm trying to figure out what tall, dark, and handsome means to y'all, because Brian is not tall, dark, and handsome. I don't know. What is the dark embodies? What is that symbolizing? Because nothing is dark on him. Maybe the hair? I need y'all in the comments to let me know what tall, dark, and handsome means and how it correlates to Brian. Tall, dark, and handsome is Chris. Let's be clear. Okay, he's the only tall, dark, and handsome. But I digress. Taylor is walking around here like his dick is big. And I don't know if it is or isn't, but like, he got 2 chicks that want him. So he is king dingling right now, and his don't stink. Pepe doesn't like Grayson. He still wants Hannah. He's still thinking on Hannah, which again brings me to the point where I don't know why these broads felt like Hannah needed to go if her connection was genuine with Pepe. Like, who? Like, these people be kicking people out for the wrong reasons, and it's like, how are y'all God trying to make it be, oh, you need to explore, but then when bitches explore, Hudda, it's a problem. When bitches explore, Ace is a problem. When bitches explore, Chris is a problem. When bitches explore, Taylor, it's a problem. Like, all these people get mad when, you know, they preach, explore. Everybody's exploring, it's a problem. I don't understand that. I don't get it. Austin is up first for this mail, you got mail thing, and Adrena says, I don't know how you made it this far. I'm glad that she spoke up and said something, because I thought Austin should have left a long time ago. And to be fair, Austin said that he should have left a long time ago too. And that's that. Adrena was like, I don't think, you know, you went as hard as Ace did with trying to get Shelly. And he didn't. Austin is not the showboat kind of a character that Ace is. So, I mean, it is what it is. Sierra goes, someone says, I know you don't think that you're quiet in the bedroom, but we can hear you in the bedroom. And then Pepe asked a great question. Why did the 3 of y'all, Shelly and Olandria, send Hannah home when she had a good connection? The excuse that Sierra gave was bullshit. It didn't make sense to me, because at the end of the day, it's all about finding a genuine connection. It's not about how many options you have to explore, how many options you don't have to explore. Is the connection real? Is it embodying love here on Love Island? And case in point, it was. This man is still thinking about Hannah after getting hit on by Adrena and being linked up with Grayson, because these broads thought that his connection with Hannah wasn't strong enough. Yeah, here he is still thinking about a goddamn Hannah. Amaya from question mark, you cry too much and you go too hard on everyone. Austin sent it. Amaya does cry. She is a crybaby. And Amaya does lay it on thick. Okay. Ace speaks and he gives his 2 cents. Mind you, Ace is an asshole. We know he's an asshole. Like, we know he's like too hard for, like, he has Napoleon complex. He's too short and he has to overcompensate. We already know this. I know this. Most of y'all don't, but I know this. I read that punk quickly when he was jonesing and hating at the same time on Jeremiah and Hudda. Everybody else that I've seen on the blog sees it, but for whatever reason, y'all don't see it. Whoever's Team Ace. This dude has Napoleon complex so thick, but he has to speak up against Amaya. And he's like, oh, when you calling me babe, you don't respect my boundaries, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, boy, shut up. Like, there's no reason for you to speak. But I'm glad that Brian defended Amaya, because Brian's like, you know, in the Latin community and Hispanic community, babe, mi amor, my love, that's how we speak. Amaya was able to get that defense from another dude, which was great. But I felt bad for Amaya, because although she's crying her eyes out, and then in one breath she's like, well, I'm strong, and, you know, I don't care if y'all don't like me or whatever. She's still crying her eyes out. And then at the end, she has to walk away, and Sierra and Hudda have to go, like, console her. I want Amaya to have the strength of her words, like, embody that and, like, speak to it, because yes, she does lay it on drastically thick. And it's like, damn, like, you ain't even giving me an opportunity to, like, really, really like you. But, like, I feel like people should be, I don't know. I feel like not even people. I feel like she should already know who she is and stand in that and just be strong. If Amaya was as strong as Olandria has been up until this challenge, I think Amaya would be in a better position. Pepe goes and Grayson basically calls him out and is like, you don't really like Grayson for real. You keep thinking about Hannah. And Pepe's like, yeah, y'all right. I don't really like Grayson for real. I do like Hannah and I do miss Hannah and I wish she never got kicked off. But y'all thought we didn't have a real connection. And here I am 3, 4, 5 days later still thinking about her. Y'all effed up. Now, this was the best call out, but it was not successfully defended. Because if I was there, I would have wrote what Austin wrote to Ace, and I would have lit his little light-skinned ass up. First of all, the way that Ace handled Austin was crazy. And Austin could not defend himself for whatever reason. How you gonna come at this little boy and you can't even stand 10 toes down on what you said? Well, I thought, oh, Amaya, hush. Like, we're not even talking to you. Like, you were ready to go so hard on Amaya because she's a chick. But this man gave you his balls to lick and you teabagging the hell out of him. Oh, I would have ate Ace ass up. This whole concept of love bombing is ridiculous to me. Bitch, we're on Love Island. Let me love however the hell I choose to love. Y'all, how are y'all just gonna dictate how I choose to? It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. And here you are having all these issues with Shelly. Here you are having all these issues with Shelly, and this broad double backed on a tall ass black man, double backed on his ass, double backed on him. And she mad that you kissed Hutta. What are we talking about here? I would have lit ass up. So I would have lit Ace ass up so bad. Then Ace get asked, why don't you, lay it down with Shelly? So like y'all been doing this for forever. Like lock it off with Shelly. Ace basically said, I can't lock it off with somebody. I can't force somebody to be with me. They gotta want to be with me. We already know that it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. Because for whatever reason, even though I don't like Ace, even though Ace is a hater, when Ace is speaking on something, he's speaking from the heart and he's speaking how he feels, and that's just what it is. A lot of the times he's right, though. Some of the times he's right. He was not right about how he handled Jeremiah. That was not his place, and he was just not right how he handled that. But how he's handling Shelly and the questions for Shelly get to double back on a man that she had a strong connection with. But Ace can't kiss Hutta? Are you what? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? I'm supposed to be okay with there being boundaries, but you get to double back on a dude that you have a clear connection with. I don't see it for Hutta. I wanted Hutta to go. I didn't like Hutta, whatever. But, Jeremiah says that Ace really did like Hutta. So maybe that's the reason that Shelly got a problem. And Hutta put Ace's thing all the way. So maybe there's some true tea to that. But like, I haven't explored a connection with Hutta. You're exploring a connection with Chris. You double back on a kiss with him. The one-sidedness with Shelly is bananas to me. Bananas to me. I don't understand that at all. Shelly goes and Ace says, you want boundaries, but you still want to explore. I don't get that either. I don't get that either. Brian says, why did you and Chris not talk since Casa? I don't get it either. I don't get that. I don't get Shelly. I love Shelly when she came in this house. I do not understand anything Shelly is going through right now. I just don't get it. Hutta says it's just a challenge, but what's the issue? Hutta calling out Shelly. Now, Shelly can feel however she want to feel, but at the end, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't want Ace. Why are you mad? I don't get it. Olandria comes in and tells you that she kissed Nick on the mouth. They were coupled up. No one was mad at Olandria. Shelly didn't call Olandria out. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, but is Hutta? Okay. I don't understand it. Hutta goes, Nick says you should have been done from the island. And Nick gave his perspective on that. She asked, are you a girl's girl? Talking to Chris. Shelly says you aren't a girl's girl. Okay. Shelly and Olandria just mad. And then Olandria goes in and says, yeah, but you went and told me that you kissed Chris. So if you're really doing it for, I don't understand what Hutta is talking about with doing it for Shelly. I don't know what that is. We don't have enough, it's not enough context clues behind that to be like, oh, I'm doing it for you. I don't get that. And then for Olandria to be like, oh, but you're kissing Chris. Girl, you kissed Nick. Like these bras really is lopsided as hell. They get to walk on the line. But no one else can walk on the line. Shelly can double back on somebody she has a connection with, but Ace can't kiss somebody he doesn't have a connection with. Olandria gets to couple up with Nick, someone that's clearly with Sierra. Tongue him down, but it's not an issue. Okay. Chris goes, Sierra says, what are your intentions with Hunter? Are they real? Chris is like, yeah, anybody else got something to say? Chris said, I don't give a fuck about this show. I could have been playing ball overseas. I'm not y'all. Clocked it. I like Chris. I do. I like Chris a lot. I like Chris. Chris is that dude. I saved Chris. I voted for Chris, and I voted for Amaya. Those are the only people I care about. Even though Amaya get on my goddamn nerves because she's so weak and feeble, those are the only two people I care about in the house. Olandria goes, Clark says, our connection is real, period. Olandria says, anyone else? Didn't think so. Olandria, you too big for your britches, girl, because you let this 25-year-old boy make you look like a goddamn fool. You saying gonna clown this man talking about how old are we? Bro, you know how old he is because you want him. Like you want his Johnson. You know how old he is. So you're going to try to play him because he don't want you and he chose somebody else. And as strong as this sister has been from the very beginning till now, she played herself and looked so weak. Yes, she needed to get off her chest what she needed to get off her chest. Okay, that's great. She would have been fine if she didn't try to play this man on this man's age. Baby, you've been chasing him since the beginning. You chose him over Jalen. Why are you clowning him for his age? You trying to make him look bad. But the okie doke is Taylor gooped all y'all and Taylor gooped Olandria. Taylor was like, oh, okay, so y'all really about to clown me right now. Okay, boom. You want to know what's up? I don't move for you, ma. Like, I'm not moving. This is my experience. I'm moving for me. In my experience, what did you do when you moved with Jalen? You moved for you. What are you talking about? If you would have ended up liking that dude, you would have ended up liking that dude, but you didn't like that dude because he was on the physical tip. Clark is on the physical tip with Taylor. That's why men want the physical. Only man that don't want no physical is Ace, let's be clear. But he kissing and chomping everybody down in challenge. Let's be clear, because it's just a challenge, right? The only person on this show that's not lovey-dovey is Ace and Olandria. Maybe Ace and Olandria should have been the two that got together. Taylor wants some boo cat. Clark is giving that boo cat. It is what it is. Just like Zach with a K didn't choose you, Olandria, because you wasn't getting physical. He chose Amaya because Amaya kissed him. It is what it is. Like, why are we acting like we don't know? And why is Olandria being so strong-willed throughout this whole thing, but she can't read between the lines on this man that she trying to clown, talk about, you 25, you couldn't read this 25-year-old. That's your problem, man. That's your problem. And he gooped you in front of all of America and in front of the cast. I'm not moving for you, Olandria. And since y'all want me to make a decision, I'll make a decision. Matter of fact, he already recoupled with her and made the decision, but I'll make it again. It's Clark. What's the problem? I don't understand. Don't get me wrong. I don't give two F's about Taylor. I don't. Taylor is, I don't care about none of the dudes, to be honest. I really don't. I used to like Austin. I don't like Austin no more. Chris is the dude for me. Chris is the dude for me. Period. I like Chris. And all the women are trash. Like, you know, Olandria, she played herself tonight. She played herself tonight. She did. Get all emotional over somebody she trying to clown because he young. Which you wanted him though. So that's what she failed. She should have clowned him on an age. You was on his Johnson from day one and you knew how old he was. Like, what are we talking about? That was corny to me. That was corny. And he read her. Only girl I care about is Amaya. I just wish she had a stronger backbone. Like, I don't know. Leave your thoughts below the show. Who y'all voted for? I voted for Amaya and Chris as my favorites. Who y'all voted for as your favorites? I see some people picking Olandria and Nick. Nick is a follower. He's a follower ass. Like, you know, and a follower to Ace. And Ace was like, I can't help it if when I leave, people follow. Bitch, shut up, Ace. Shut up. Anyway, leave your comments below. I love y'all. Deuces.